It's Ronnie, licensed real estate agent in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania, and I'm back with another down payment assistance video. Now today, I have a very good product. This is from Truist Bank. It is a $10,000 grant that you, as the home buyer, do not have to pay back. And when it comes to down payment assistance, one of the key words is grant. So I'm going to get into how this program works, the details, and the pros, also the cons, if there are any. Now, with most down payment assistance programs, when it comes to down payment assistance, you have to pay it back, or you have to hold on to the home for 5 years or 7 years, and sometimes 10 years before the grant is forgiven. But this particular grant is forgiven at the closing table. It is a $10,000 credit from Truist Bank. There is no lien on the property, and there are no requirements after you purchase the property in order to make it go away. It automatically is forgiven. Now, the loan product itself is a 3% minimum down payment. It is not just for first-time home buyers, and the minimum credit score is a 620. And it does have income limits depending on where you decide to purchase. Now let's talk about the eligible borrower. Home buyers who live in one of the eligible areas and are looking to purchase primary residence in the area where the product is offered. Or home buyers who want to purchase a primary residence in one of the eligible areas. Now, just to give you an idea of the eligible areas, certain locations in the Washington-Arlington, Virginia, DC, Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia metro areas. Certain locations in the Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Roswell, Georgia metro areas. Certain locations in the Richmond, Virginia metro area. Now, this is up to 97% financing available, and the grant can be used to help cover down payment if necessary, in addition to closing costs and prepaid items. Now, if you're working with a savvy real estate agent like myself, a lot of times I get the sellers, if possible, I try to negotiate as best as I can for the sellers to pay your closing costs. That way you're just left with the down payment. So I'll give you an example. I had a buyer that just closed on Friday. The seller paid all of her closing costs, and she only had to come to the table with her down payment, which was about $8,000. So if she would have used this grant, she would have purchased a home with no money down. There would have been no interest rate increase. It's just $10,000 in free money from the bank that is credited, and it is forgiven as soon as you sign on the dotted line. The grant must be awarded for up to 5% of the home sale price or the home's appraised value, whichever is less. The grant amount will not exceed $10,000. Borrower must contribute a minimum of $500. Borrowers are not required to be first-time home buyers. Borrowers may be required to complete a home buyer education course. Income limits may apply. However, if the home being purchased is in a low or moderate income census tract, there is no maximum income. The grant may not be combined with any other Truist incentives or promotions. This is not a loan. Home buyers do not need to repay grant. Now, this particular grant can be combined with other programs. For example, the FHLB. Now, with the FHLB, again, I talked about previously, the close time on that can be 35 to 45 days. However, that is also a grant, and you can combine it with that, but you cannot combine it with any other Truist product. And here's the other thing about Truist in this regard. Their loan officers are a lot more flexible. I talk about when it comes to working with most major banks, they only operate Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Loan initiators work pretty much 24 hours a day. Well, at Truist, you can have access to these loan officers, at 9 p.m. If you're going to see homes early Saturday morning, they are accessible, which is a very good thing, because sometimes you may see a home that you like. You want to get the numbers on that home. You want to see what the mortgage payment will be. You want to get the exact down payment and closing costs that you may need from the seller. And you can get access to these Truist loan officers to do so at any time. They can close in up to 15 days. Now, that is very fast. That is very fast. You normally only see something like that with loan initiators because they are available 7 days a week and around the clock. With their availability, they can also close in 15 days, but you also have to do your part. Meaning you have to have all of your documentation. So your last 2 W-2s, your last 2 tax returns, your last 2 bank statements, your last 2 pay stubs, your 401k paperwork, or any student loan repayment plans, or any student loan balances that you may have. Everything that they need for you to get approved for the loan, if you provide all of that stuff up front and quickly, they can move your loan along and close in as little as 15 days, which is a plus. 15 days looks great to sellers when they are selling their home because sometimes speed can beat price. If this seller can get their money in 15 days versus an offer that is 30 to 45 days, it will most likely be a win for you. Now, just from understanding this program, there is a very small con with this program. You cannot use this program in, for example, Baltimore. However, if you are moving from another location, let's just say, for example, PG County, and you're moving into Baltimore, you can apply this program to that move. Here's another thing. It also has income limits. However, let's just say there's a husband and a wife or a brother and a sister that are purchasing a home together and their combined income is too high. Well, Truist will use one person's income to qualify for the $10,000 instead of both combined. So Truist is very flexible in that regard. I hope this is something that helps. I hope this is something that you all look forward to reach out to Truist and take advantage of. I think it's a great program considering you do not have to pay it back, nor does it increase your interest rate. As interest rates come down, that is very important. But again, I appreciate you all watching. If you at all have any questions or if you need help with purchasing a home, my information is always down below. Again, my name is Ronnie, licensed real estate agent in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching.